but the answer seems to be no. They want the Jace.
Yeah, it was written in the bans, and they will select it. Now, Zeus does have an opportunity to do something crazy here, or he could just play Sion.
There's a lot of DPS on KRX, so they can shred a Sion, but, you know, a Sion is still a Sion. It's still a pretty solid tank. And that ult has a lot of threat. We'll see if Zeus opts to go in a bit of a different direction here, though. Goes for the Vayne.
Alrighty, Zeus. Even gonna land a hook here. Bit of damage into the line, forces the heal to come out after the Slurkle. And when Ryze gets his actualizer and when Caitlyn gets through the trough, how do you deal with all of that damage, I do wonder, as a nice flash forced here in the mid lane by Delight.
Thing. I mean, even like last series, we had
well,
Ryze winning against Anivia.
Yeah. Going in on Yukal here, we got a Pantheon in the mix, but guess who's here as well? It's Willer. Zeka pretty low, and Kanavi also going to have to flash out of this one. Does pick up some T off of the ground, enables him.
Punish Yukal there, though, even with the backup. And it's a lot committed, right? A lot of flashes for the mid jungle of HLE, and they're still looking for more.
Yeah, I mean, Kanavi no flash here, like, he gets the blue buff, but I don't know if he's getting away from this one. The Bard stun not gonna land, but the trap is there. That's first blood for Cassio, but trying to turn it around. Zeka, super low, does a bit to Willer, and now it's up to Guma against the two of them. The flash stun from Delight gets them one, but now they immediately have to disengage in a, yeah.
Jumps in to melee form, he is dead.
They're just sending it. That's not gonna work. Zeus might be able to get another plate as they're looking for Lazy Feel here. That stun not quite going to land, but they're going to throw the Tempered Fate in. There's the trap. And I think this should be enough damage with the net, but the net gets blocked. Oh, but the barrier goes down perfectly. Timinged by Guma.
Lock Enjoyer from the start. Oh.
Trying to take down Zeka here. He's in a lot of trouble with that miasma. Eventually it does time out and he is able to flash, but Ghost and flashed.
Or maybe think twice.
I mean, Rich is just kind of hanging out, asking for it almost, and maybe a little bit too obvious. He's trying to put down some deep vision. He's trying to support Zeus and allow him to play aggressively, and he's going to do exactly that as now Ondil very much caught here. He's going to try to flash, but he's already locked up by the binding. Just throws out the depth charge for some reason, just going to die. And now Rich, not very long for this world either, as that's just 2 free kills given over to HLE. It's really funny how Delight has just been in more of the action, picking up a lot of assists. Willer, they're trying to bait out a Crescent Guard early. A lot of trading back and forth. Lazy Feel has to be careful about that as the flash binding going to catch 2 to 0 follow-up. Just a little bit ahead of the play there was Delight. Mechanics-wise was nice, but it doesn't really amount to too much. And now they're going to find Kanavi here as everything in the kitchen sink is thrown into the Pantheon. And that's what you are dealing with this Cassio and Nautilus, as they will lock down one target and not allow them to leave. So now no jungler here for HLE. KRX, they do want to start up this dragon, but they're a little bit low on some of their members, especially Ondil.
Yeah, I think they're just so cautious.
I mean, okay, we're gonna
comes down.
Try to lock down Willer, but at the end of the day, Zeus trying to take a 1v1 against Rich. The exhaust doing a lot of work there, as Rich should be going down. Ondil as well. Super low, trying to give his life here for the dragon, and they do get it. They're just doing it. They're like, okay, we just do it. They do have a nice trap set up, but that is Xinjiao. So he could technically just run in, but he is going to be pushed away, and not really able to get into the pit at all, actually. And now going to throw up the Crescent Guard as Kanavi does go down once again, but no answer here for Zeus, as they don't quite have the cooldowns. 5 seconds away from the Nautilus depth charge, as Ondil's certainly thinking about it now. And the hook is just barely going to miss, as Rich was coming in and they wanted to try to re-engage. Quote-unquote side lane. He's just kind of getting bullied. Like, he's just being pushed in here. And now Lazy Feel is going to try to come over, but you're getting actualized to death right now as down he goes to bounce. Way too much damage, and Lazy Feel as well nearly loses his life.
the light could even, like early on, if you ult Lazy Feel and he has to ult out of it,
they're just sending it. The Jace is dead. The TP now will eventually come in as Zeka does go golden himself, but Kanavi is 1v1ing at your AD carry. As down will go Zeka though, so that's a lot of damage out, but they still have 2 AD carries. It's Zeus and Guma just running them down as they try to jump into Zeus, but immediately Exhaust comes out as there's the stun on the UCal as well. He's just down, and it is a total wipe. HLE destroy him in the bottom lane. Laid back in the early to mid game because they just said, well, we don't need to play aggressively this time. Very strange. As going in once again is Kanavi on a Lazy Field, who does not get to play the game. And the Temper Fate comes in, saves Kanavi for now, but the Miasma is down. And yes, you'll eventually kill the Pantheon, but what about the rest of the team? Zeka, nice little dodge there. And the chase is on. As this is not, oh.
Wow.
Yeah, he saw him, and that was the end of it. Now Zeus says, well, or rather Zeka says, I'll just tank all this damage, and that'll be the end of those two. As that should do it, even if they don't end the game right now.
You just pitched Lulu as an engage support. Just flash Wild Growth yourself.
I feel like he has done that before. He's also done this.
Yeah,
now that Malhouse is gone, it's an accepted fact. As now we're getting in onto UCal. This time the Petrifying Gaze is going to land, but it's not really going to help all that much. Zeka once again does go golden, and Zeus not accounted for. They might eventually take down the Rise, but the damage is already done. And again, they do not have the answer for the 280 carries that are left over after they finally chewed through the Rise.
He spawned in a trap and dead. 8-0-8 for Gumayusi, 5-0-9 for Zeus. Both of them yet to die this game. Yeah, pretty smooth sailing when you have 280 carries like this. HLE going to close this one out. 3 dragons for KRX, but they never got the soul.